We feel like we've kind of set ourselves apart from some other operations as far as we choose to do everything the old-fashioned way. Our motto here at Rockerbie is preserving the Western heritage for generations to come. And that's one thing we really pride ourselves on personally, and we like to go out and share with people is, we do this how they did this 100 years ago.
Most everyone growing up wanted to be a cowboy at some time, and some of us just never grew out of it. What gets me out of bed in the morning to do it is just the pure joy of being on a big ranch in West Texas. It's a good feeling to be able to carry on that tradition.
We don't use ATVs, we don't use helicopters, we don't use any of the more, so to speak, modern technology. We rely on a horse. And that's where our horses become so important to us and so versatile, as they have to do so many different things.
These horses are saddled at 5 o'clock in the morning. They go gather a pasture. We strip cows on them. We drag calves on them. So they've seen it all.
They have to be able to switch gears very quickly.
We need a horse that can handle the rough terrain.
Well, you look for your disposition.
I love a gentle horse, and that's one thing we breed for.
I look for a horse that is fast enough to outrun a cow. If he can outrun a cow, that's fast enough for me.
Our horse operation is actually coming up to excel anything anybody ever thought we would be on the outside. Internally, we want to see this horse operation just be one of the best around for producing performance-type ranch horses.
The Rockerbie, a traditional working ranch in West Texas, has a rich history.
The Rockerbie Ranch, formerly known as the Bar S Ranch, was established in 1876 by the Sawyer family out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
At that time, the ranch consisted of 8,000 acres and 10,000 head of cattle. A tradition of only the best Herefords and quarter horses continued for decades. Then, Senator William Blakely bought the ranch in 1954 and changed the brand to Rockerbie.
We've continued to raise quarter horses since then. Over time, the goal of the quarter horses changed, I guess you could say. Back in the 50s when we first started, there was a lot more thoroughbred influence.
After that, most people started breeding their horses on their own. They had a foundation of some of these bloodlines, but they started breeding more of a quarter horse, which is what we're breeding here today.
In 1964, Blakely would deed the ranch to the Texas Scottish Rite Hospital for Children in Dallas. Today, the hospital continues to support the tradition of running things the old-fashioned way.
Horses on the Rockerbie Ranch from the early days have always been a very important asset to this operation. Horses are very vital to what we do. We use them every day.
We tend to stick more to a horse that has bone to it. And when I say bone, it has, it's not real fine boned. It has a good amount of bone to be able to hold up to go over the rocks and go down in draws and come back up and stuff like that. Kind of an average sized horse. We don't want anything too big, but we don't want to get too small either.
We want our horse to be able to rope off of in the pasture. We want him to be able to do some cutting in the pen. And we feel like we can take the horses that we're producing and pass those on to the public. They can take these ranch horses and go into nearly any aspect that they want to do for themselves in whatever industry they choose to go in.
You'll come out with an experienced horse. A lot of buyers, you come out there and they want a horse, I'd say that has been through everything.
We had Border Patrol buy some of our horses last year. You know, they go all over. So whenever you have that, you get our name out there. That brand's on our horses.
So when people buy these horses, they know that this is a true ranch horse that is coming off of a true West Texas ranch where we use them every day.
We have drastically improved the horse program, and it's really exploded recently.
With the growth in our horses, we've also grown the infrastructure for the horse program. We now have a 150-foot cutting pen, 2 45-foot bronc pens, a 75-foot cutting flag, as well as an arena that wasn't here before. And it's given an opportunity for our employees to help train their horses in a very safe manner for both employee and animal.
And a lot of that has come with the addition of more outside breeding. We have changed and improved our bloodline. We expect a little more out of the horses now. We expect different things.
Here we have the more opportunity and the facilities are better. So, I mean, it's here for us, and I take advantage of it because I want my horses and I want everybody's horses to be better for this horse program.
And we've gone from raising, just more along the lines of ranch horses, which there's a lot of people out there who, when you're talking performance horses, don't include ranch horses in that category, which is a mistake. It is a fault. Ranch horses, in general, do just as many performance-related activities as the weekend performance horse, if not more, by far and away.
A top ranch horse must possess specific traits and qualities. These are evaluated by bone structure, musculature, and body proportions in relation to one another.
Besides conformation, one of the biggest things we look at is disposition. You don't want a horse that's going to fight you every step of the way, or a horse that's going to be mean to you and put you in danger. We kind of have a saying, there's too many good ones to put up with one that's trying to beat you the whole time. So disposition is by far and away a very, very high thing on our list.
You got to have one that's tough, but you got to have a horse that's got a good mind on him, and it's got the athleticism, and calisthenics usually helps, and that's what we're growing into here. Our bloodlines are better. We have performance-based bloodlines. We have as good as breeding as any cutting horse operation, rein cow horse operation. And we're mixing that in with our ranch horses.
As for the immediate future, the ranch continues to move forward with the breeding program.
I see us, down the road being a little bit bigger name than we are now.
I think we can just keep moving forward, keep breeding the right kind of horses, keep representing them well, and I don't really see a limit to where our horses can go.
Our notoriety has really taken off, and I see that only getting, expanding more and more.
This is our heritage. This is where we want to be. No amount of money in this world will ever change the way we feel about ranching as a whole. And the Rocker Bee Ranch, in my opinion, is what ranching is about.
When you go back and look where we've been and where we're going, and you kind of get the full picture, that's where it gets really exciting.